Hello, I'm George Namkung, founder of Kids of Kilimanjaro, which is a non-profit organization designed to provide a school lunch program to children in Tanzania, East Africa. I'm supported in this effort by my wife Joanne and our daughters Victoria and Chelsea. Tanzania is a country located in East Africa, just south of Kenya and the equator. In order to celebrate my 60th birthday, I took three young relatives with me to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. And it was an awesome experience. And after we completed that journey, we went to visit some local schools, which was extremely impactful and made such a deep and lasting impression that I decided to start this foundation upon my return. The children of Tanzania are so cute and happy and smiling, full of curiosity, eager to know us and meet us and greet us, that we found them so appealing that we wanted to bring them all home, but of course we couldn't. But at the same time, we realized that they did look malnourished. They obviously looked hungry. We heard a lot of stories about the hardship that the children suffered just to get to and from school. And the most basic form of transportation is to simply start walking from their home to their respective school. We found out the average walk takes up to 1.5 hours for a 5 or 6 year old child. And then after going through school without the benefit of lunch, they do the reverse commute back to home. This turns out to be a very, very long day, full of hardship for the children, walking up to 3 hours a day just to go to and from school. We kicked off this program in August of 2005. I recently took a trip to the region with my daughter Victoria to witness how the program was coming along. The preschool kids get a hot lunch, which is really a porridge consisting of corn flour, sugar, and milk. The elementary school students, once we get to that stage of the program, will get the same meal plus either rice or beans. Since the school lacks everything that you can possibly imagine, there is no kitchen because there was no school lunch program prior to our arrival. And therefore, the kids go out and look for firewood. Either kids or a local mom is given the assignment of preparing this meal, which is to simply start a fire using the firewood that the kids have found for the day, and putting all the ingredients in a big metal container. And it requires about 2 hours to cook this into a hot porridge meal that is then delivered in plastic buckets to the individual classrooms. We did some more research and found out that the annual median income in Tanzania is $280 per year. And the basic wage that the head of the household earns when there is work is approximately 70 cents US per day. We found out that most of the children, if they have anything for breakfast, was a cup of tea. And then when they went home at the end of the day, they may have dinner, but traditionally lunch is the big meal of the day in Tanzania. In order to effectively deliver a school lunch program to these kids, we have realized that we require a budget of 20 cents per child per day. The overriding concern is, what about corruption in Africa? What about working through government agencies? And where does my money go? And what benefits can I expect from these donations? First and foremost, we are going to do everything possible to keep our expenses down. All of our overhead costs will be absorbed by private resources, and we are going to try to deliver at least 90 cents of every dollar to these needy children in East Africa, if not better. We have a very valuable partner in this project, and it's an NGO, which means a non-governmental organization in the private sector who is experienced and equipped to help us on a project of this scale and magnitude. And their role is to be responsible for all accounting and financial duties and responsibilities and accountable to us with strong oversight controls. Their responsibility is to also purchase the raw materials that are needed to deliver the school lunch program. Once purchased, it goes into a central warehouse in Arusha, which is the city where the school district is founded. And on a regular basis, the corn is ground into flour. Bags of flour, sugar, and milk are delivered to the schools on a regular and timely basis. These raw materials are then stored either in the principal's office, because this is such a valuable commodity, or in a separate storage area under lock and key. And it is the school's responsibility to prepare the meals on a daily basis and distribute the meals to the children each and every day. In September of 2005, I returned from my second trip to East Africa and witnessed the benefits of this program. I know all of us are asked to donate to worthwhile causes on a regular basis, and there is no shortage of these worthwhile causes. But for only 20 cents a day, which is something that all of us can afford, this money will provide some immeasurable benefits that I'd like to share with you. The goals of the foundation were to try to increase classroom attendance, classroom performance, and lower the dropout rate. Tanzania is an agricultural economy. The parents often use their children to work the fields. But now that they know there's a school lunch program, classroom attendance has shot up. The children were so happy with this school lunch program, as well as the parents and educators, that the school district has extended the school day by 1 extra period per day. For 20 cents a day, you can really make an impact in the lives of these young children. And we have successfully raised enough funds to support the preschools in the Monduli district. But I'm also mindful of the fact that these kids next year will be in first grade, where there is no school lunch program once again. And this disturbs me very deeply. The challenge is now to try to raise additional funding to support these elementary schools as quickly as possible. And with your donation, I can assure you that you will be changing lives for the better immediately. We would appreciate receiving any donation from you. And I can assure you that whatever donation you choose to make will be very, very much appreciated by the children of Tanzania. And on behalf of the kids of Kilimanjaro, and especially the children who will be benefiting from your generosity, I wish to thank you very, very much for your kindness and consideration.